Hey everyone, welcome to Missy's Guidance and Tarot. I'm your host, Missy. So, this one that I'm doing, it's about a dream that I had, right? So, I dreamt that I was back in school, and I'm talking about high school because I was in school multiple times. I went to high school, then I went to college, then I went back to college to get my MBA. So, okay. I dreamt like I was back in high school. I don't know what grade I was in. So I was graduating class of 2000, right? So I'm part of the what is it? The millennials. I think that's what they call us, the millennials. Anywho, so I'm an 80s baby. So I there was three of us, right? There it was me and two other girls that I was hanging out with in this dream. So we were supposed to go on a field trip, right? Remember, this dream took place while I was in high school. We were supposed to go on a field trip, but I had to use the bathroom. However, it was like it was switching between the high school that I went to and my dad's house, right? Where he currently lives now. So when I came out the bathroom, the two girls were sitting there and they were looking at me, but they had a confusion on their face. So I said to them, I was like, okay, when is the bus coming? They said, we missed the bus, or I missed the bus. So I was like, what do you mean by I missed the bus? They said to me that the bus left, and it was like the person that was trying to explain something to me, they were so, it was like they didn't know what to say because they were afraid of how I might react. But she was like she was stuttering. She was like, well, okay, so, and I said, what? Spit it out. So she said that the bus, because again, I asked, what time did the bus leave? She said, the bus left 20 years ago. And I said, what? She said, yeah, you missed the bus because you missed the bus by 20 years. So I was like, what the hell? What do you mean? I just went to go to the bathroom and I came back. She told me that I was stuck in a loop or a cycle for the last 20 years and I'm just now getting up out of it. And I was like, what the hell do you mean by that? Mind you, this is a dream. I'm going to label this dream slash conspiracy, right? So I said, what the hell you mean by that? She was like, yeah, now I'm 40, about to be 41 next year, right? 20 years ago, I was 20, right? So that was around the year 2002. That was the same year I remember waking up in I was living with my mom at the time. And when I woke up, there was news all over the place. That year was where the World Trade Center fell due to the terrorist attacks. So she said, I missed the bus by 20 years and I was stuck in a loop and I'm just now getting up out of it, or a cycle and I'm just now getting up out of it. And I said, what the I'm still trying to figure this out, right? So well, I'm sitting there, I'm talking to my DM and I'm trying to basically figure out what was going on. So I was like, okay, so I'm literally writing out a timeline by hand from what I can remember. This explains a lot because I remember there was one instance, or there's multiple instances where I would be like, people would be asking me stuff, or it's like, okay, first of all, let me start off. There's been multiple times where it's like I couldn't remember what I did. Like I was on autopilot. Like I could not remember anything that I did. Not only that, there was also times where it's like my mom and my younger sister and we were going somewhere. I think we were going shopping for something, and they were talking about a memory from the past when we were younger. And I'm looking at them like, what are you talking about? And they were like, you don't remember? Da, 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 da. And they were laughing and cackling. And I'm standing there like a deer caught in headlights, like, what the hell are you talking about? I don't remember that. And I kept saying, I said to them, so where the hell was I? They were like, you were right there. And I'm like, what? Then why does this memory does not, why do I not remember this? So not only that, it's like me and Father Time, we don't get along. No matter how hard I try, me and Father Time do not get along. This morning I woke up thinking today was Sunday and today is Saturday. I even went down as to ask what date is today. I have to keep asking the date and the time and all of that stuff. So I'm sitting here because remember, I told y'all, as of lately, within the last maybe 2 months, I've been having some weird ass dreams. And that's why I'm doing this recording and I'm putting it on the internet because it's like maybe there are people out there that can relate. I don't know. Maybe I'm crazy. I don't know. So then I said I was like, okay, so after I told the dream and I was explaining the dream, then questions were being asked of me. And then I remember there's a reader that I watch. So I have three favorite readers. If y'all been watching me for a while, I have three favorite readers that I watch, right? And I remember one of these readers, she said that somebody was doing long spells on you or something like that. And I believe she had mentioned that something could have been significant that happened in 2002. So I'm trying to backtrack all of these things. And the only significant thing I remember was that's the year I went back to school because I took 2 years off from school and I went back to school, right? And then on top of that, the World Trade Center happened. That's the only thing I remember from that year. Anything else, I don't remember. And that was a long time ago. But it's like even certain details that memory of my mom and my sister had, I did not remember that. It was like I wasn't even there. So I decided to scroll through and I saw the Doctor Strange movie. So I was like, okay, I think I've seen Doctor Strange before. So then there was the multiverse one, which I haven't seen yet. So I said, all right, let me watch since it's because you got to go back and watch the first one before you watch the other one. So I went back and I watched Doctor Strange, how he became Doctor Strange, right? Stephen Strange. And then I went and I watched the multiverse afterwards. So I'm watching the multiverse, and I think that was the one where they talked about like when you have dreams, because conspiracy theorists believe that there's multiple different universe, right? Multiple parallel universe to this one. So let's say there's a because in the galaxy, no, in the universe that we have, right? No, it's the galaxy. No, it isn't. There's multiple galaxies. Okay, I'm sorry. So in the universe, there's multiple different galaxies out there, right? And according to conspiracy theorists, or this could actually be true, for every galaxy, there is an Earth similar to our galaxy. So is it the solar system? No, the solar system is what our galaxy is in, right? Now I'm confused. But, anyways, for every galaxy, there is a Earth just like the one we're currently on right now. And it's believed that that Earth inhabits life just like this one because it's just enough a distance from the sun where it could have life, it can sustain life force, right? So, in in that movie, they were saying for you having dreams, the dreams is basically a connection to the multiverses or the multiple universes that is out there. There was one time, and I think I may have posted it and I did not. I had a dream that I was in this same exact house. I had my two dogs, but when I was in this house was in the prime of its life. Like the stairwell that goes down to the front of the house, it was literally a map of the state that I live in, and it had the different towns and all of that stuff. And I was just like, I remember waking up out of my bed and walking out to the front because I had to take the dogs out, and the same exact dogs, and I took the dogs out, but the only difference was the stairwell was made up of a map of the state that I'm in with all the towns and all the towns there, and it lists all the towns right by the stairwell. Not only that, the neighborhood was exactly the same, but the only difference is currently my yard and the neighbor's yard next door is separated by like bushes going along the line, right? In that dream that I had, there was no bush. It was just straight grass. So the dogs could run from my yard into the neighbor's yard. And the neighbors that lived there were the same exact neighbors, but it was different because when the dogs ran out in the yard, the neighbor was pulling out of his driveway. He opened up his car door. The two dogs jumped into the door and he drove in front of the house and let the dogs out. So the dogs and the neighbor, they knew the dogs and they were very friendly with them and they would like, play with them and all of that stuff. So it's like I'm sitting here and I'm like, so when they said that, it's like if you have a dream and you're dreaming things, that's you connecting to one of these like connecting somewhere in the multiverse, one of the galaxies where your I wouldn't say doppelganger, but more like there's a replica of you in that galaxy. I hope that's making sense to someone. And I thought that was interesting. Um, so the fact that she said that I missed the bus by 20 years, I was stuck in an endless loop and I was just getting up out of it. I I was I was concerned about that because I'm like, what is really going on? And then on top of that, it's like there's been times like if something happens and I like let's say I had something to do and once I accomplish it, or like if I'm trying to, I don't know, maybe to debate something and I won the debate, it's like from time to time I'd get flashes of me wielding a sword. I don't know why, wielding a sword with war paint on. And it was like back in, I don't even know what year, what era that is. Is that around like maybe, I want to say maybe when they had, well, I mean, they had kings and they still have kings and queens now, but I'm talking about back in the day when they really had kings and queens. So I'm not really sure what is going on with me. I've been having some weird ass dreams. Like I've been seeing some weird stuff. And I know I'm not crazy because at the end of the day, it's like unless I'm a fully functioning psycho. Oh, oh boy. But I just came on here to basically share my dream with y'all. Um, I don't know if other people have been experiencing this. I've even had glimpses of past lives tied to Egypt. It was just, I don't know. I don't know what is going on. I guess it's like because the mind can only handle so much at a time. It's like when you see certain things, it's like, did I really see that or am I crazy? You know what I mean? Type of situation like that. So, anyways, I'm gonna go ahead and end this because I feel like I've been rambling on and on and on. But just let me know what you guys think. And yeah, Have a good one. Bye.